Okay, I'm getting ready for Spring Gobbler, and I'm trying out a new blind because a few of mine got used up last year. You may recall that I had one that was snapped under the weight of the snow, but I'm trying out the Ameristep. This is like a $70 blind, 70 bucks. So I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but I'm going to try it down here in this new In the Woods food plot. There it is, sort of unfolded. I just took it out of the package. I will give them, I don't know how long it's going to last, but I like the big windows on this. You've got the options. You can see here, you can open up the little window or you can open the big window. For crossbow guys, that's handy. I think that wide window is really going to be nice for me, especially if you're filming your own hunts. I like the color. I'm not sure that this video is going to accurately reproduce it. On the screen, it looks a little more brown than it does in person. In person, it looks a little more green. But it's got the Realtree camera here. I think it is the Realtree, yep. And it's got the fake leaves on it. That's always cool. The other thing I was impressed with, though, is not only did it come in this handy black case, so if I can figure out how to roll it up, I'll put it back in here, but it also has a little pocket, and in that pocket, look at this, stakes. They gave me the stakes to hold the blind down, which I don't like this kind of stake. This isn't what I normally use, but seeing as how I forgot the ones I normally use, this is pretty handy, so I'm going to stake it down with those. And in here is additional rods. I don't like the idea that there's additional rods, but they feel like they're going to be rods. So I'll try and put this thing together, see what we got, and we'll see how it works. Ah, the apple tree, my 100-year-old apple tree planted by my great-grandfather. You can't beat that. And little did he know that I would be shooting deer in front of this in the fall of 2015, just like I did in the fall of 2013, and just like I did in the fall of 2011. Why? Because it drops apples, much like most wild apple trees around here. It drops apples every other year. But it drops a lot of them. I don't know if you can see it from here, but it is loaded. So I'm setting up the blind. I got all this brush. This is just a brush pile that I've established over the years. Had to move it out of the way with a tractor. Good location for the blind, though. Have to figure out how to deal with the dust. But I'm following up on the blind situation. This is a blind I've used forever. This blind and the other one like it, which is this guy. This one sat in the buck field last year, and as a result got very faded. It also wasn't staked down. This is the one that blew into the briars, and when I pulled it out of the briars, it got ripped. So it leaked on me at times, but so be it. They don't last forever, and for that reason, rather than spending 150 bucks on a blind like this, these are nice blinds, but they've got the funky windows. Gives you a little breakup. There's nothing wrong with that. But I've now gone to the Ameristep, these cheapo blinds from Walmart, and this one's going up here. I just bought this one at a yard sale for $10. Can you believe that? The guy sold me this because they didn't want it because they couldn't figure out how to roll it up any smaller than this. Well, I got to admit, right now I don't know how to make that any smaller than that either, but they just get stacked right up nicely in my barn. So that's okay. So this one's going to go up here now. I'm actually going to take this guy down and that guy also. Couple things that I think about them as far in terms of my overall opinions on this. They don't last forever. This got faded. This got ripped. So that makes a cheaper blind a pretty good alternative. Makes it look more attractive to you. Also, these are impossible to take down too for me. I can't figure out how to get all these pieces. I had this one out first, then realized it was the one that was faded. So I went to put it back together. When they're all folded together, they're a nice little package. But man, look at this thing. I mean, it's just, I can't figure out how to get it back into that nice little package, into the little tripod shaped thing. So this one's coming out of here. I'm actually going to put the Ameristep up and we'll see how that looks from our apple tree. Well, here's a view from the inside, just to show you the inside of the Ameristep blind. It's got like tent-like straps that you put up there, those little poles that piece together. And then I just tie them off at the top, and they give the roof its shape. But what I like about these blinds is that big opening window. And for a crossbow hunter with a nice wide recurve crossbow, you can't beat that. In addition to that, filming is perfect because I got lots of room right over here to the side. I'll put my little tripod here and be able to maneuver and look out the window. The other thing I like about these blinds is they're extremely large door. I mean, obviously I won't even need to open it that much, but the whole round end of it, as you can see, opens up as a door, and you can get in and out a lot easier. I don't know if you just heard that, but an apple fell from that apple tree. If that isn't the greatest sound ever, I don't know what is. There are deer 2 miles from here that perk their head up when they hear that apple hit the ground.
You can see evidence that the apples are falling. You can also see evidence that the deer have been in here.
This is the apple tree, and if you look up there, it's loaded. Loaded for bear. Whatever that means, I don't really know, but there's a lot of apples on there. Ready to fall. If you look, right there's my trail camera. That was over the mineral site. If you like Death by Bunjie on the Facebook page, you've seen quite a few videos over this little mineral rock that I had here. Fawns and does and a couple of bucks. Nothing too fancy, but a lot of fun just the same. I'm excited. It looks good to me. If you're interested in the Ameristep type blind, well, there you go.